Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation about reconfiguring our social cognition. My name is Ramesh Saketi. My project asks how do collaboration platforms like Zoom and Teams change the way we understand what others think and feel. So it's primarily talks about theory of mind, our ability to infer others' beliefs, emotions, and intentions, which is central to everything from workplace collaboration to education to therapy. As a senior tech manager working in hybrid environments, I noticed that all the video meetings, feel cognitively very different. I want to understand the science behind that. So, this literature review synthesizes research from cognitive psychology, neuroscience, and human computer interaction to answer this question, but primarily the research is around the cognitive science. In this slide, we'll talk about the core grounding and method. My project draws on five core cognitive science concepts: theory of mind, which is our ability to infer what others think and feel, the foundation of social interaction. Nonverbal cues like facial expressions, gaze, and gesture are the raw data our brains use for those inferences. The next one is embodied cognition, tells us thinking is grounded in physical interaction. Cognitive load research, especially Bales and Zoom fatigue work, shows video calls impose unique mental demands. And social presence theory explains why people on screen feels less real. So for my method, I searched four different databases and screened 40 different resources and retained up to 25 to 30 relevant. I grouped them thematically: theory of mind, nonverbal cues, CMC, and cognitive load. Then we observed synthesized patterns. As my focus evolved, I expanded beyond video only and found that picture was also have more nuance than purely negative. The picture is more nuanced. What are my key findings? The key findings, I found five key results. First, theory of mind operates on two tracks: a fast automatic track and a slow effortful one. Video calls force us onto the slow track because the cues are degraded. They're sustainable for a quick call but very exhausting over a full day. The second, most nonverbal channels drop dramatically on video. Eye gaze drops to about 30% because of the camera screen offset. Gestures, postures, and proximity essentially disappears. The third, based on Belson's research, identifies four sources of cognitive overload unique to this video: close up faces, constant self view, reduced mobility, and having to deliberately exaggerate expressions. All of those drain the attentional resources we need for social understanding. Then the fourth finding was the embodied cognition is weakened. We lose the shared physical space, postural mimicry, and synchronized movement that normally support social inference. But the fifth, and I think it is important, there is evidence of partial adoption. Experienced remote workers learn to compensate. However, we don't know if adapted mentalizing ever fully matches face to face accuracy. So, the final conclusions I was able to make is four key conclusions. First, digital mediation doesn't just reduce cues, it reconfigures the entire cognitive architecture of social understanding. Second, the effects are compounding. Third, the partial adoption exists, but full recovery is unproven yet. The last one, design implications are actionable, we can correct. For my research, there are certain limitations. The literature review, it's a purely not empirical. Publication biases may inflate effects. Technology evolves faster than the research, so we can experience more video friendly tools. Then this focused on cultural and individual difference not addressed in this research. So Those are the limitations. And thank you for watching.